Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. He landed Roberts coming over for the hit.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 now. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders, they're off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
The running back gets it on the draw. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas first down. Tucker now in motion right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He gets a lot behind one, deep down. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1 for... All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. So the officials wanted the review, gave it a second look, and will keep their initial ruling. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He can run it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
The give on second to Kamara. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 48. That's caught by Chris Olave. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play action on 1st down. Cut near the goal line. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. By higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there. But boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Escapes the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Saints will get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. 3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 1st down here. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That one's caught along the left sideline. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Rattler. He puts some power on a deep one left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the 1st down.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They go play action on 1st. Headed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway. And
the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Third and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the road. Brought in inside the 20. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. Dropping back to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they're the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back's come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
It's a design boot. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Raiders are on the move here. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's a short gain of 1. And the Saints are going to have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Rattler to the air now. Finds his target, Robinson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From just shy of midfield on second down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. A lot of grass ahead. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past... to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. First throw for the backup now. Able to find Jones. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. This is complete to Olave. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. Into the hands of Olave. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Devin White hauls him down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin White makes the play. And the Raiders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott. Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. This one's taken in by Hill. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. 30. Big man showing up the yards. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Come out throwing. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Got for big yards on the right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Nice return there, 15 yards gain. And it'll be their football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run it from the gun. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Ritter looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's the one back on the handoff. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside a field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. He has the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 4. This is reeled in by Kamara. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Ritter. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That blitz right there, Kate, was a win-win defensively. Got a lot more bodies around the line of scrimmage in case that offense ran it. Well, they put it in the air, and that quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball other than in his own arms.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Throwing here, Ritter. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Hits his running back. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 20-yard gain on the play, and that's good for a Raiders first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Has it in close. Touchdown! Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Ritter. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Got his target. It's Hill. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting some...
And no, they faked it! And he won't be able to reach the end zone, so their first 2-point try of the afternoon comes up empty. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. Spins out of one stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll run here on 1st down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively. Ball's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get about 5 yards to carry? Put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Simple dive up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Here he is to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.